everyone, and welcome back on Deliciously Plant-Based only on MANATV International with me, Kalindi Bakshi. So once again, we are going to take you on a delicious plant-based journey. For those who have been with us, hope you guys enjoying this journey and you have already embarked on the train. With our goal in plant-based, in Deliciously Plant-Based is to help you, live healthfully and deliciously. So week after week, I come back here with new recipes, fairly easy to make at home with ingredients that are easily available. Nothing out of this world, so you can sort of prepare all these things at home. And most of these recipes, as you have seen so far, I like to call them a base or a blank slate on which you could use your own ingredients and completely make it own. Spice it up. If you don't like too much spice, tone it down. If you like a different spice than what I use, go for it. As they say, a kitchen is a lab, and it's a place that you come in and experiment and create your own flavors, right? You can come in with that attitude saying, hey, I'm going to make something awesome today. And yes, you got it. Or one of these days, you're going to come in and say, I'm going to make something comforting. So, go for something comfort, go for something awesome. But today what we're going to do is, since fall is in the air, and the holiday season coming, and a lot of you have requested give ideas about when you're entertaining a crowd. So with the holiday season, with fall in the air, with the cold weather ahead of us, let's make something that can fit in all these together, right? Something to please a crowd, something that you can also make on a cold evening at home. It can become your comfort dish too. But today's dish is actually one of our family favorite, and when I'm entertaining, it's always a hit, guys. And with this dish, what the thing is, there are so many different flavors coming in together, and you can totally, this dish is something you can add more spice to it and spice it up, or you can tone it a notch down if your guests are not too much into spice, and you can still enjoy the flavors of it. It has the spice, it has a little bit of sour, it has all this little bit of sweetness to it, a little bit of umami, all the flavors, like a party. I like to call it a party in your mouth. So today we are going to create a Thai inspired dish, red Thai curry. Believe it or not, this is our family favorite, our all-time family favorite, and I guarantee you it will be yours too. So as the name itself suggests, it's a Thai red curry, and generally speaking, you get it in any Thai restaurants, right? And it's always so many flavors going on, with fresh herbs, a little bit of lime, and then vegetables, whatever you like. Generally speaking, you can add in this in this dish, right? So here I'm going to show you a few of our favorite vegetables, and I like to always keep switching it up. I like to add some new vegetables to it, and then always surprise myself with some new flavors. So let's get going, okay? Without further ado, so this dish, some of the things that are sort of I use on and on here are red bell peppers, right? I have some diced red bell peppers with me. Then something that our family favorite, my kids love it. It's broccoli. We add broccoli to it. Then some string beans. While talking, let me just chop up some string beans. And the thing about this dish is you don't have to go through extensive amount of chop or prep. You can cut up everything big, right? You don't have to do tiny minced dice. Just cut up all vegetables, this, for example, the string beans, I'm just cutting them in half, right? So it's easy, guys. It's so easy that in minutes, you will have a delicious plant-based dish on your table, and believe me, it is so good. This the fragrance when you're cooking it, the fragrance of all the ingredients just brightens up your kitchen, and you end up with a beautiful, so many beautiful flavors. So here, as you can see, I'm just chopping these vegetables, really big. You don't want to make them too tiny, because you know what happens, we're going to cook all these vegetables in coconut milk. And so when you put the vegetables, if you chop them too tiny, it's going to be a little bit like, the vegetables will be too overcooked. What you want to do in this dish is have a little crunch in the vegetables. Don't overcook them, just a little bit crunch, and it's, it turns out wonderful. So that's why I'm cutting them a little big. And as you can see, it just doesn't take that long. Have all these ingredients in hand. And then if you don't have, for example, if you don't have zucchini, you can replace it with any other thing. Like, sometimes I add the eggplant, the Japanese eggplant to this. Sometimes I switch it up with, if there's no zucchini, you switch it up with squash. Now in fall, with the butternut squash, the pumpkin and butternut squash season in the air, you can use that too. You can also use sweet potatoes. So many things that can be used in this dish, and so many healthy ingredients, so many flavorful ingredients, right? So we have these chopped, I have my peppers chopped, and what I'm going to do is we just need a little bit of onion in this, okay? So I'm going to just chop this onion, small dice it, right? And and as a protein in this dish, I'm going to add my favorite protein of all. You guys know it by now. I'm going to add some tofu. So if you already have the tofu prepped, great. If not, what you want to do, you know what to do with tofu, right? Take it out of the package, drain it very nicely, drain out all the water from the tofu, and then pat it dry using a kitchen towel. So I have my block of tofu here ready, right? And since, I'm going to be making this for entertaining, I've decided to skip on quinoa today, right? Instead of quinoa, I'm going to use the fragrant jasmine rice, right? So as a rule of thumb, we're going to start with ingredient that takes to cook the longest. So I'm going to start with the jasmine rice. I'm going to get the jasmine rice going. So, jasmine rice, it's kind of like, if there's 1 cup of rice, you just need 2 cups of water. So while the rice is starts cooking, let's prep this. One thing is, when you're making this dish, and I find it very easy while we're entertaining, if you have all this cut up, all the vegetables, all the ingredients ready, and your curry ready, the coconut milk and curry ready, all you do is when you are ready to serve, just bring the curry to a boil and add all the vegetables at that time. So, it tastes so fresh. The vegetables don't lose their crunch. And then you add fresh herbs to it and it's ready. So just a little bit of prep ahead will make a great dish. I don't usually like to add the vegetables in the curry beforehand, otherwise it will sit and it will overcook, right? Just add a little bit of oil. You don't need a lot. That's it. Okay. And then as I'm just waiting for the water to come to a boil, and after that I'll cover this up, right? And then in 15 minutes our rice will be ready, right? So while the oil is heating, let's just add our first ingredients, which is about half a cup of onions, okay? This much should be plenty. And this in this recipe, so for this recipe, generally speaking, I'll make whatever curry paste and everything from scratch. But especially for this recipe, I find the store-bought red curry paste so convenient. And you know, there are few brands that are like completely like they're plant-based. Some of them do have shrimp, so just make sure you read the ingredients. And specifically why this curry paste I like it, because it has no added additives, preservatives, or nothing else is added. It's basically a blend of red Thai chilies, shallots, lime leaves, kaffir lime leaves, lemongrass. So everything on the on the ingredient list is 100% plant-based and nothing added, no additives, no preservatives. So highly recommend if you want to like just for convenience, you want to make it anytime. This is all I always have it in my fridge. There's always one in my fridge. And then there is also a green curry paste. So basically the difference between red curry paste and the green curry paste is the red one has red Thai chilies and the green one has green Thai chilies. So other ingredients are pretty much similar. Okay, so my magic to this dish is store-bought red Thai curry paste. And another one, coconut milk. Yes, of course, no Thai curry is complete without coconut milk. Here, my preference, you can, in the store, you get full fat coconut milk, meaning it's very thick. It has, all the fat in it. Then you get a reduced fat one, right? It's a lighter version of that. And I prefer a lighter version because when you're cooking this curry, it thickens up a lot. So if you have the full fat coconut milk, it will be very thick. But again, it's very delicious, if you get the full fat one. But I prefer lighter version because it has, sort of the consistency is something that I like with a light one. Okay, now I'm going to reduce the flame on my rice and let it and cover it. Put my timer and let it go, right? And here in our Thai curry, when I have the onions going, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the curry paste to it. Reduce the heat a little bit. Before everything, I'm going to open my can of coconut, okay? So I have everything ready. One thing, the curry paste has everything in it, like, you don't need to add anything more to it. However, if you want your curry a little spicy, you can definitely add a Thai chili paste. I use this, it's called Sambal Lake, and it's again available in any Asian market. It is basically a red chili paste. We like our version a little spicy, so we go for the Thai curry paste. Then we use a little bit of soy sauce for a little, like, that umami taste, or that a little bit of tang for it, a little bit of tanginess, or we use a little soy sauce. And then for sweetness, I like to add the coconut palm sugar. You don't need much. Again, like a teaspoon should be more than enough, okay? So now let me get back to my onions. To my onions, I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of red curry paste. Just cook it together, right? Just cook it for like, 30 seconds or so. To this, I'm going to add the can of coconut milk. Right? Okay, and now just mix it. So what if you like it a little more spicy, or you want a little more stronger flavor, you can always add more curry, right? I just like to add if I'm using 1 can of coconut milk, I usually add like 2 tablespoons of curry paste. The curry comes to a boil. I'm going to add like about a couple of teaspoons of soy sauce and then the brown sugar, okay? Okay, And you know what, one thing about this is, since it has coconut milk, even if you use the lighter version or the low fat version, it will still be very thick. So, you know, just to have a good consistency, because we're going to eat it with jasmine rice, right? So you want to have it a little bit of a watery consistency, add a little bit of water or vegetable broth. Okay, so here I'm going to add about, like, you know, about a half a can. I already have there's already some coconut milk in it, so I don't want it to go to waste. So I'm just going to add water to this can, and then once my curry comes to a boil, just add about like 2 teaspoons of soy sauce, right? Then about like a tablespoon of coconut sugar, and my hot Thai chili paste. Ooh, yum. I can already smell already the flavors cooking together. Oh my God. You can just get the aroma of the deliciousness. And a secret, I'm going to share a secret with you here. What I do is I like to add, while it's cooking, while it's simmering, right? I just like to add a couple of sprigs of cilantro, fresh herb cilantro. You don't need to chop it or anything, just a couple of sprigs, just add it to here. You know what it will do? The flavors of the herbs will sort of like be infused in the curry. The curry will pick up all the flavors from the herbs. I added some cilantro and basil, right? The freshness from all these herbs. Oh my God. And now the aroma is so divine. I'm going to add the water next. Okay, now the curry is coming to a boil. So add the water. You know, in this recipe, you don't need much salt, or you can adjust it at the end because I have already added soy sauce. And then I've added sort of the chili sauce, which also has a little salt. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, the ingredient that takes the most or the longest to cook goes in first. So here we have our carrots. The carrots will take the longest to cook. So the order is, carrots will go first. And so remember, here in this recipe, have everything ready, have everything prepped right in front of you. And all you do is keep layering with the vegetables. Add vegetables one at a time. Okay, so let it cook with the carrots, and we have the herbs inside. Imagine like how wonderful, you know, when the flavors of the herbs and the coconut milk, it comes together, right? Oh my God, I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait today for my meal. What I'm going to do is, after adding carrots, I'm going to let it cook for just a couple of minutes. You don't need it doesn't need more, because you remember we are going to add one at a time these vegetables, and every vegetable we are going to cook it for a minute, right? So the vegetable that takes the longest to cook will have a long time to cook, right? So I'm going to add like about a half a block of tofu. Just dice it, and tofu goes towards the end, because tofu soaks up all the flavor, and this is going to be the protein in our curry today, right? We have the best of plant-based, all the goodness of plant-based, right? So the next thing I'm going to add is like about half a cup of diced red bell pepper. Okay, so let's go. Okay, after I added red bell pepper, I'm gonna go for string beans. I'm cooking for 4, so I don't need much. I just had all the ingredients ready. I'm gonna use this much, right? So let it cook, give it a 30 seconds, give it a good 30 seconds, right? And then we're gonna add baby corn. Oh my God, this is my favorite, and my kids die for it. They fight for this baby corn. So let's do this. So now we have all these amazing ingredients in the pot. Oh my God, I can't wait. And it smells so good, so good. And the flavors, wow. just amazing. Okay, now after this, while our curry is still boiling, right, you can see it's boiling here, bubbling, I'm going to add my zucchini to it. You know, zucchini doesn't take that long to cook. Zucchini, broccoli, snow peas, I highly recommend you add at the end, towards the end, or you can add them together, doesn't matter, because they don't take that long to cook. Plus, make sure you have, you know, when you dice them big. Don't small dice this. Or if you like small diced, just reduce the cooking time, right? Then I'm going to add another of my favorite ingredient, broccoli. This is something that this broccoli is also our family favorite, or my kids love this. So I add a lot of broccoli. And see, if you can see, all these ingredients are like, you know, sort of, they soak up the flavor of the curry, right? The curry flavor is infused in everything. And now I'm going to let it cook for just about like until I see the broccoli change a color, like the broccoli will be bright green, right? That's when you know it's cooked, and that's it. You turn the stove off. Don't leave it for long, because remember, the curry is, you know, the curry is hot, it's boiling, right? So the vegetables will still keep cooking when you turn the temperature off, when you turn the stove off, okay? So last but not the least, our protein. So tofu, I have the half a block of tofu, which is diced. That will go in here, right? I think this is almost cooked. Yeah, you may think it's not, but believe me, once you turn that stove off, it will still keep cooking. So, you know, what I love about this is the vegetables are crunchy and they're bright green, and that's when it tastes the best. So, you know, make sure that you don't overcook this dish. I will say it again and again, make sure you don't overcook this dish. Something else, you know, before I forget, that we add in this dish, and it's absolutely delicious, is pineapple. We love to add like freshly diced pineapple in it. So, you know, that's something that you can add. So now that there, I'm going to add a few more sprigs of cilantro and some more basil, because you know the most prominent flavors in Thai curry, of course, beside the spices in the curry, is basil. You know, it's just the flavor of basil. It just brings out the, you know, it's so fresh. The fresh herbs here, I'm going to chop it a little bit so we can, the oils from the herbs, the flavors from the herbs are released in the curry, right? So add it, and this is it, off. And your delicious hot Thai curry is ready. And I think we're right in time. The rice is ready too. So we have both our curry and the rice ready. And look at how beautiful this dish looks. Let's see. Ah, yes, our jasmine rice is ready right in time. Right? Ready right on time. So what are we going to do now? Huh? Of course, eat, enjoy this dish. I can't wait to dig in. Oh, before I forget, you know, some of the variations in this dish, you know, you can also top it with roasted cashews. Then for a little bit of change, if you want to switch it up a little bit, sometimes what I do is I add a couple of tablespoons of peanut butter. That gives a completely different taste profile. You know, it's like a peanut sauce curry. So that is again something that you can add it to. Then sometimes what I do, just to trick my kids, instead of adding vegetables, all these vegetables, I add some mushrooms and ramen noodles. It makes a great ramen noodle dish. So, you know, it's filling, and unlike the packaged ramen noodles, which have so many added ingredients and oh God knows what it has, and so many preservatives, this can be your base for a ramen noodle curry. So this one dish is so versatile. You can, it's comfort food at home. It's easy to cook. Literally in 15 minutes I cook this. Yes, it does require some prep, but prep is again not that elaborate either. And this is so easy. Just, today, as I said, we're going to do something that could be, a crowd pleaser, used for when you're entertaining a lot of guests. So it is so easy to make when you're entertaining so many people, right? And a great comfort meal at home. And it's so versatile. And best of all, it is 100% plant-based, and it's deliciously plant-based, guys. Okay, guys, so the rice is ready. I'm gonna take it out in my serving bowl. Okay. Ooh, look at the aroma. Oh my God, you can smell the fragrant jasmine rice. Delicious. And last but not the least, I don't want to forget one of the most important ingredients in this Thai curry, and something that brings the flavors of this curry together. But you have to remember, add this at the end, not, when you're ready to serve or when you're ready to plate. All you do is just a squeeze of fresh lime, okay? Fresh lime just does wonders here. That's all you need. A squeeze of fresh lime, and I am ready to plate. I am ready to plate. Let's mix it up. Oh, look at this. Oh my God, look at this. All my favorite vegetables, all the goodness in one bowl. Oh, look at this. And once again, a little bit of cilantro, fresh herb, goes a long way. So, be generous with it. Don't be stingy with this, okay? Be generous with your herbs. And a beautiful basil leaf, right? To top it all off. And yes, more curry, more curry. Ooh, look at this. Now, who's not ready to eat? Who's not tempted to dig into this bowl? And all 100% deliciously plant-based. So friends, we hope you enjoyed our deliciously plant-based Thai curry recipe today. As I say, this is something so easy, so simple, and it's like few store-bought ingredients and really not much prep. Vegetables, again, you can switch it up, you can add your favorites, right? The chopping doesn't take that long either. So, it's about the simplicity of this, right? It's simple, however, the complexity of flavors is so amazing. The spices from the Thai red curry, the fresh herbs, vegetables, everything just combines and creates an amazingly delicious plant-based dish. And yes, the best part, delicious, healthy, and plant-based. Hope you guys enjoyed today's Thai curry, our Thai curry. Make sure at your next gathering, at a next party, at next potluck, you take it with you, and it's going to be, I can guarantee you, it's going to be a super duper hit. So once again, join us on this journey of deliciously plant-based. Watch us on MANATV International, and for recipes, you can go to Plantology. Guys, you don't need any recipes. You've seen this and you can do it. Until next time, we wish you a deliciously plant-based journey. Thank you, friends. Guys, for the recipe, once again, you can go on Plantology Fuel website and you can see this recipe and many other recipes. And to watch us, we're only available on MANATV International. Make sure you subscribe to MANATV International, follow their Facebook page to see, what episodes are coming up, or even to see their past episodes. Make sure you go to MANATV International. Hope to see you soon, friends.